So I wanted to just share a little bit about what's coming up, and I made a small presentation. Let me just share that with you. I've also kind of shared the same thing in the chat. If you want to download it, you're welcome to download it. You can just watch my screen otherwise. So essentially, this is what's coming up in the coming month. You all helped me fine tune this, and of course, it'll keep getting fine tuned. I think there's no limit to how you can tweak it. But here's what it looks like in the coming month. So basically, we'll be having sessions facilitated by me, and on some occasions by Padmaja, because I am going to be traveling abroad for a little bit. So there's a conference I have to go to. So when I'm unable to join, then Padmaja will manage it. And it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays and weekends are off. We will do 4 hours of deep work between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. That comes to between 16 to 18 sessions per month. Every month is different. I want this to keep going actually, even beyond August, October. So it comes to approximately 72 hours of deep work in a month. And as you know, first 30 minutes are for planning and intention, last 30 minutes are for reflection and celebration. In between, we'll do a practice of 25 minutes for the 5-minute break, which is a Pomodoro, or deep work for 50 minutes for the 10-minute break. And sometimes, like today, we had an opportunity to learn with me or with some other community members in one of the deep work periods. I'll also be creating a Telegram group where you can share resources and connect with others in the community. I like Telegram because it has many features that WhatsApp doesn't. One of the features is you can look back at previous posts, which you can't do if you join a WhatsApp group. And it also has other features. So I know some of you are not used to Telegram, but Telegram does have some unique advantages. Then what's the overall aim? Deep practice, deep work, generating and connecting with others in the conscious community, learning, enjoyment, and hygge. Hygge is a great word. It means cozy togetherness. And we aim to develop focus, be part of a learning community, etc. I've recommended some books here. So you can either screenshot this or I've shared this entire presentation in the chat. You should be able to get it. Deep work. Today I read from a book called Make Time, which is also mentioned here. And these books are mostly about how to reclaim our attentional resource, which has kind of been hacked by the attention economy. Okay. The investment is going to be 5,777 for a month. If you are a transcriber or a volunteer, then you'll get a discount. Anyone who's recently transcribed something. It takes a bit of, and by the way, if you want to avail that discount, you can get in touch with Padmaja or me, that's fine. And you can, if you transcribe something, you can get, the discount is approximately half the price. And also if you were part of the recent LBA course, you can get the same discount. If you're part of the Rigpa community, you're there with me for 3 years. So this is part of your curriculum. And if you don't like the course for any reason, you can get a refund in the first 2 weeks. I made a playful intention. And I find these intentions have an uncanny way of coming true. Is something coming up in the chat? Let me just see. 1 second. Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you. Those are wonderful thank yous. So I would like that within 3 months itself of doing deep work, you earn back a minimum of 10 times of your course fees. And in 3 years, and let's see how long we do this, but if you continue doing deep work like this, then I don't have a doubt you'll earn back 100 times. And that's like the minimum. And for 9 years, you might even earn back 1,000 times. Not might, I think you will earn back 1,000 times your course fees. And that'll happen through, because luck is where preparation meets opportunity. And in deep work sessions, you're doing the preparation. So as and when the opportunity comes, you're prepared. And what other people call lucky, you know what went behind it. And then apart from that, we have a few other programs coming up in October. Portals to Power is during Navratri. We will meditate from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. India time. That's 17th of October to 25th of October. And so you can join that. The price is given, although you'll get a much discount. I've given a combined price for Riyaaz as well as Portals to Power, which is 8,888. You can do both the programs for that discounted price. And there'll be a link to that. I'll tell you how to get that link. I want to do something called the Foundations course, where the most essential things I teach regularly, I want to cover them 2 hours a day over 5 days. So you can join that. That'll also be accessible if you take the whatever I'm doing in October in one go. And we'll have a full moon session, 31st of October, for 3 hours, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. That will be on the 31st of October, Saturday. And that's for 588. All right, so you can access all of these things on this link. And let me also just copy and paste this link in the chat. Oops. I'll find a way to share the link in the chat. And so that's about it. And you can download this entire presentation in your chat menu. I've posted it there. Let's come out of this. Copy and paste this into your chat window so that you can access anything. The same information is available. What is the significance of the full moon session? You know, there is something about the full moon which seems to have an impact on our practice. When I was a monk, we would meditate on new moon and full moon all night long. So I can't say I have noticed directly such a great difference. Some people notice a lot. Some people are very sensitive to these things. I can't say I'm that sensitive, but I think it's a good opportunity to practice. Why not? So yeah, full moon, we'll practice for 3 hours. So now you have it. Any questions you can ask? You can continue to join me. Maybe we could schedule Riyaaz in the morning, 10 to 2 p.m. and everyone's fresh. You know, I thought about that. I actually seriously considered having 2 Riyaaz periods, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Some days morning, some days afternoon. But then I thought about it more deeply and I realized that actually the best way to form a habit is just to have a single clean time. The moment you start mixing it up, then the habit breaks. You're like, oh, today is the morning. You start thinking. You have to think. If you have to think about it, the habit's going to break. You shouldn't have to think whether there is a Riyaaz today or not. You just know, okay, 4 days a week, I have it from 2 to 6. So I know some of you are going to be, you prefer morning time, but this is just what I've come up with. So yeah, you can do it on your own if you like at that time. But this is what I'm going to be offering. So glad you enjoyed the breakout room. Let's just hear from a few of you before we close for today. So Ashwin, would you like to unmute yourself? Ashwin Kapoor? Not sure if he's there. Let me actually give all of you the chance to unmute yourself if you want to. Anybody who wants to unmute with us. So let me ask.
Nithya.
Yeah, go ahead. Ashwin.
Yeah. Sorry, what do you want me to say for a second?
Just anything about these last 4 days. What is it like for you?
Yeah, so for me, I've done Pomodoro before with varying degrees of success in the sense of like sometimes you're just not focused whether you try a technique or not, and it has nothing to do with the method you use. So for me, it was partly one thing which was really useful was, just having people on the screen. No one's watching, but it's helpful to have some accountability. Mm-hmm. And I think the second thing for me that was very helpful was waking up very early in my time for it, because it means I get time before the kids wake up. So those things are very helpful. For me, I think I'll say this also. I've kind of conducted experiments on myself because I've done the Pomodoro for a while. Mm-hmm. And for me, 50, 10, I don't know if this will help for you guys too, but I know other people who do this too, and they've said the same thing, where they've done the experiments, where 50, 10 feels good and feels like you're getting a lot done, but your productivity drops off very, very quickly after the first 25 or 30 minutes if you don't take a break. And more importantly, sometimes you're kind of on this, you're kind of pushing in a direction which you don't need to go on, and like get that break and you stop and you're like, wait, let's reset, which is helpful. Though I don't know that you necessarily need 5 minutes between every Pomodoro. Like I typically do like 28-2, and then I'll take a 10-minute break after every 4. Yeah. That I've measured, like I've actually measured how much I got done, because I do stuff where certain things you can actually measure, right? And that is by far the most productive. And the second 25 minutes is just, it's not even half as much.
That's because of your fancy coffee that you have.
What's that?
That's because of the fancy coffee that you have.
It might have a lot to do with the coffee, yes.
He has all these fancy coffees that he has lined up. So I think he gets that extra boost.
Yeah. No, I have light roast coffees because they actually have the good stuff for you. But if you buy Starbucks or something, it's very heavily roasted. So the oils which are actually good for you are not in there anymore. But it lasts longer once you roast it. But yeah, that's my experience.
Love it. Appreciate that. Thanks so much, Ashwin. And let's have one more person. Monica Mehta, do you want to share? Unmute.
Yeah. So yeah, I had varying experiences over the 4 days.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was really not productive at all, and I realized it was because I was very sleepy. So today, what I did was actually took a sleeping break.
Yeah, why not?
And it helped me because I was very productive and I had beautiful insights into the work that I was doing.
Wow.
So yeah, from this 4 days, I see the value in, sitting down in one place and doing the work. Something that I was really struggling for a long time. Another thing that I discovered was I need silence, which for so many years I didn't have this realization that I need silence to work. And I made time and space for myself, and in this silence I could really work. So that was a beautiful discovery in the 4 days.
Amazing. That's a great insight. I think as we do this, we'll get many more insights into ourselves and what works and how much sleep we need and how many breaks we need. So I'm glad those things are getting clear to you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Monica. Let's ask one more person before we end for today. How about Suman Vijay? You want to try, Suman? Unmute yourself. Suman? Vijay Suman? Are you there? Maybe not. How about... Yeah, are you there? I hear something. Sejal Shah, you want to try? Unmute.
Hello, Nithya, how are you?
Very good. Go ahead. Yeah.
For me, I'm based in US, so for me it was like 4:30 to 8 o'clock, and then within half an hour I have to go back to my work. But luckily, I'm working from home, so 4 days it was really hectic for me. I'm not used to getting up that early.
It's really early. Yeah.
But I've been like trying to get up early and do my meditation practice since last 2-3 years. And I thought, I don't know if I'll be more fresh, but last 4 days has been really very excited, and I thought that I'm very much fresh. And I did a lot of work, and I've been trying to do my writing stuff for like so many years, never put attention to it because I'm putting my attention to more of the stuff like, my housework and my work and everything. So this 4 days got me into focused on myself, and it really worked well. So I'm really happy. It was really good time for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I want to read what's behind you. Each day I'm thankful for nights that turn into mornings, friends that turn into family, dreams that turn into reality, and likes that turn into love. How lovely. Great.
Yeah, this is actually my meditation and my temple. So
Oh, really?
I usually sit in this room to do any, whenever I'm doing any peaceful work, I want to sit here. Perfect. So it helped me a lot.
Oh, nice. Thanks so much, Sejal, for sharing that.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of our trial experience of Riyaaz. Thank you for joining. I hope all of you got something out of it. Whether or not you join us in October, I would recommend this book for you, Deep Work by Cal Newport. It tells you the importance of taking out time like this. And so have a look at this book. And yes, either join us or find a way to create spaces for deep work in your own life with your own friends. Looking forward to seeing some of you in October. Lots of love. Let's make a nice Mayurma before we end. Take your hands up. Make a big heart. Multiply by infinity. And we say together, Mayurma. Lots of good wishes. All right, let's make some noise on the way out. You can unmute yourself.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
See October. See October.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.